Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're starting this kind of almost like vlog style here because I'm about to do my palette declutter, my eyeshadow palette declutter. So I'm going to kind of prop up my camera over on my bed so that you can see the palettes that I go through. Please understand that I am a makeup lover. I love makeup and I enjoy playing with eyeshadows. So I have a lot, and it is not, you know, a collection that came to be in a month or even 1 year. I've been buying palettes for a long time, so this declutter is a long time coming. I have not decluttered ever, I don't think. So we are going to go through them and see how I do. So if you want to see me go through my eyeshadow palettes and see my collection and see me declutter them, then just keep on watching. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna just start with a small part of my collection, and we'll just, you know, we'll go through some and then we'll add some more, so on and so forth. I will either say that I'm going to keep something and so it will just go right back into my collection, or I will go ahead and just get rid of it. And when I get rid of it, I'm first going to put all of these palettes into a bag, and I'm gonna let, you know, friends and family basically have at it and let them take whatever they want. And whatever's left over, if they're in good shape, then I may try and sell them on Poshmark. If not, I'll find a way to donate them somewhere. So that's what I'm going to do. Now remember, no judgment here. I've definitely accumulated these palettes over a long time. I love makeup. I have a lot. Let's just get that out of the way. So let's get started. So the very first one, we'll just go ahead and talk about this Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette. This was a limited edition palette, and I absolutely love it. When Kat Von D comes out with palettes that are limited edition, they really are limited edition. I know that sometimes brands come out with palettes and they end up bringing them back, and so it's like, you know, people go a little crazy trying to get them, but then they actually still bring them back. Hers really don't come back, and this is an amazing one. If you like color, if you like neutrals, it really just has everything. The packaging is definitely bulky. She tends to do that with her limited edition palette, but it is great. I just kind of have it displayed on my nightstand area, which is next to my vanity. And I love this one. I will definitely not be getting rid of it. The next one is another limited edition palette. This is from Too Faced. It's the Stardust palette by Vegas Nay. So it was their collaboration with Vegas Nay. I really do enjoy this palette. It has some really great neutral colors and some nice sparkly colors, some purple, some gold, a nice black. You can kind of do anything with this. I was sort of going back and forth on this one because it's not that it's super unique, but I do really like it. And again, because it's, you know, limited edition, you can't get it anymore. So, you know, this is another one that actually did not come back. So I think I am going to hang on to this one. The next one we'll do in sort of a group. These are my Dose of Colors palettes. These are all, you know, 5-pan matte palettes. And they first came, sorry if the lighting's not great, by the way. I'm doing kind of the best that I can to stay out of these shadows. I can't totally see what I'm doing here either. But anyway, they first came out with these two, the Baked Browns and the Marvelous Mauves. And I loved them so much. They more recently came out with these two. They're absolutely fantastic palettes. I definitely recommend trying to get them while there's a sale going on. Sometimes Dose of Colors has a sale on their website. They also are sold at Ulta. So, you know, definitely get them on sale because they're not super inexpensive, but they're really worth it. They're fantastic matte shadows. They do have a little bit of fallout, but that doesn't bother me. They blend so nicely. If you want, you know, just an all matte look, these are great. You can also use these and then, you know, add some shimmers to it. Highly recommend these palettes. This one is the original Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. They just reformulated these palettes. I need to just throw this away. I don't use this thing at all anyway. They just redid these and updated the packaging, and they added 2 matte transition shades because that was sort of what these palettes were lacking, and they're supposed to be really good. I haven't tried the new ones yet, but I love this palette. I just recently started a new series on my channel called Makeup Nostalgia, and I did 2 looks featuring this palette. This is the first one that I was doing, so definitely make sure and check that one out if you haven't seen it, but I really do enjoy this palette. Definitely going to keep that one. This is the Urban Decay Vice. I'll put it up on the screen because it doesn't say which one this is. I don't know why, but they come out with these usually every year, I think. This is, you know, a limited edition one. And whoa, that's a big mirror there. Let's flip that around so you can actually see. It's okay. It just isn't that great. I don't always love Urban Decay shadows. I don't know. I definitely think I want to get rid of this one. I just don't get a ton of use out of this, and someone else could use it better, and I could just let it sit in my collection, or I can pass it on to someone who would love it more than I do. Here I have the two and only Natasha Denona palettes. This one was from the holiday collection. This is in the shade Joya. Love that. And this is a permanent one. It's in the shade, well, it's the Eyeshadow Palette 5. This is a great way to try her shadows because her palettes are so expensive. These are still expensive, but you know, they sell them at Sephora, so you can do it during one of their sales. And they really are fantastic. I enjoy both of these a lot. And I want to say these holiday palettes are actually still around. They're supposed to be limited edition. I don't know what the deal is there, but either way, definitely not getting rid of these. The next one is this little palette from Collab. This is a brand that is sold at Sally Beauty. This is a brand that was collaborated on with beauty influencers here on YouTube. And I did a whole video as a try-on haul, and then I did an update of how I felt about those products. And this is one thing that I kept. By the way, if you haven't seen those videos, I will definitely link those for you. But this was really nice. This is a great palette. It's not my absolute favorite, but I haven't had it long enough, and I do enjoy it. So I would definitely recommend these if you're looking for inexpensive shadows from drugstore. Very nice. The next two are my ColourPop palettes. So one is the Dream Street by Kathleen Lights. Really, really like these, and it's still fairly new to me, but I've really enjoyed this one so far. I'm sorry this is kind of dark. I think that it's a little bit dark for you. Maybe I'll add my light in and that will help a little bit. I hope that you could see the other palettes okay. But anyway, this is the Dream Street palette. I really do enjoy this palette, so I will be keeping that one. And same thing with this one. This is the Yes Please palette from ColourPop. These palettes are very inexpensive. They're really good quality. They are tiny little shadows, but if you want to try some shadows from them, this is a great way to do it. These palettes are like anywhere from 14 to 16, 18 maybe at the most dollars. They're really inexpensive and they're very nice quality. Okay, then I have my little tins from Too Faced. So this one is in my 2018 Project Pan, so I of course will be keeping this one because I'm still working on that. Now these, so this is the peanut butter and jelly one, and this is the Sugar Pop. I don't know if they still sell these. These are super, super nice palettes. I just don't get enough use out of them, and I love color. I really do like trying to use more color, but honestly, if I'm gonna use color, it's not going to be this one. I'm just not gonna pull for this one. And this one is really pretty, but you know, again, it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't have everything that I want, and I kind of force myself to use these. So I think that I am going to put these in the pass pile and see if some friends and family want these because they are really nice. I just have other things that I like better in these color schemes. Then we have the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm not a huge Morphe person, but this is a great palette. It is different than their other palettes, the size, the formula, I mean. This is a great palette. I don't, you know, a lot of people say they travel with this. This is pretty big for travel and it doesn't have a mirror, but it does have everything you need. So, you know, it's great in that way. I don't know if I'd bring this unless I was going on like a week-long trip or something like that, but it is a really good quality palette. You know, it could probably be condensed into a smaller palette because some of these colors are a little bit repetitive. Sorry, my dog is scratching himself and knocking the camera as usual. This is really, really good, and I definitely will be keeping this. Again, this is one that I would recommend trying to get on sale. They sell Morphe now at Ulta, so you can wait for them to have a 20% off coupon code or whatever, and you can get an even better deal on this. All right, so let's move on to some more palettes. First, we have this palette from Stila. Sorry, it's really, really shiny. This is an all matte palette. It is the Mind palette, Eyes Are the Window. And this is really, really nice. I just don't get as much use out of this as I should because I have other matte shadows that I like better in a palette like this. And if I'm gonna reach for something like this, it's gonna be one of the others that I'll show you in a second. So I honestly think that one of my friends would get better use out of this. It's really, really nice. I just haven't used it as much as I should. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. So as much as I like it, I think it's better for me to get rid of this one. So what I was talking about with the matte shadows, we'll kind of pop over here for a second. So these are my Viseart palettes. This is the neutral matte. This is the dark matte. And this is the warm neutral matte. Warm matte? Yeah, warm matte. I absolutely love these. These are absolutely the most amazing matte shadows. So, you know, like I was saying with the other one, like if I'm going to reach for a matte palette, it's not going to be that one. It's going to be one of these. Honestly, if I'm going to keep anything in my entire collection, like one thing, it would be this one. This is so unbelievable. The quality is fantastic and they are expensive. These are $80 each, but again, try to get them on sale. They are sold at Sephora, so you can get them during, 20% off or 15% off or something like that. Ask for them as a gift. You do get a ton of product for the price. I know that doesn't matter to everybody because if you have a lot of makeup, then you're not going to necessarily go through things as quickly as you would if you had like one palette, but they are a very, very good value, even though they're expensive. So I absolutely love these. They're worth every single penny to me. I can do any type of look with these. If you like warm matte shadows, these are beautiful. And these dark ones, oh, I can put one of these all over the lid and then blend one of these other ones into the crease. And then that's pretty much all I need. I mean, they're just so beautiful. They really don't have a lot of fallout, but they have a ton of pigment and they blend so easily. They almost blend for you. So I just can't say enough good things about these. They are absolutely amazing. Also from the Viseart family, this is the Theory palette in Amethyst. They sell a bunch of these. This is the purple one, and if you know me, you know I love purples, so this is just perfect for me. And this is a great way to try out some of their shadows for a little bit of a cheaper price. You get 3 mattes and 3 shimmers, and they're just such beautiful quality, and I can create just a whole look from this little palette. I highly recommend Viseart. Again, they are expensive, but really, really worth it. Then I have my 2 palettes from Colored Rain. This one is the famous Queen of Hearts palette. This is something that was limited edition, and it came back and is now permanent, and so that's when I got it. And I mean, I kind of hate when companies do that, but I'm also really happy that I got this because it's one of my absolute favorite palettes. So of course I'm not getting rid of it. I would never. This would be one palette that I would hang on to if I had to like really scale down my collection. I just love this so much. I mean, these are my colors, the purples and the oranges, and just absolutely gorgeous and really, really good quality. It is slightly pricey, but I think it really is worth it. It's a great palette. This is one of their mini palettes, and again, I think these were supposed to be limited edition. I don't know. I think they're still on their website. Either way, I'd highly recommend them. They have 3 others that are mini like this, and just so good. And I love this. I just absolutely love it. The camera's just not doing it justice. I just don't have the greatest lighting in the world, but these are such great shadows. I really, really love them. I got this when it was on sale. I think it was like Black Friday or, something like that, but still really, really worth it. They're not, the cheapest of eyeshadows, like I said, with the Queen of Hearts palette, but still really, really recommend them. All right, then we have this little palette from BH Cosmetics, the Wild and Free palette. I got this on sale when they were on Haute Look, and it's just okay. There are some pretty colors in here. You really have to wet these. You can't, it's not like they'll really apply with your fingers either that well. So I don't know, it just feels a little bit high maintenance to me, even though I do very often wet my shadows that, that are shimmery like this. But this is not a palette that I can pull out and use on its own because it is all of these shimmers. So I guess maybe that's why I don't use it a ton. Somebody else could give this a little bit more love. It's just not my favorite. Then we have my ABH palettes. So we have the Modern Renaissance, which is permanent and very, very, very popular for good reason. It's an absolutely amazing palette. I love this. I would definitely not get rid of this. I love these colors. They blend so nicely. Just an absolutely fantastic palette. I highly recommend this one. And these 2 are limited edition and they have not come back, so I definitely will be keeping them because I love them. This one is the Artist Palette. I don't use this enough. I'm going to definitely do this one in my Makeup Nostalgia series because this deserves a lot more love and it's gorgeous, and I could come up with 2 very different and fun looks with this one, so keep an eye out for that. I definitely, this is encouraging me to use more of my stuff because I do love it. I just, I don't use it enough. This is called the Master Palette by Mario. So Mario, the makeup artist that is famous for doing Kim Kardashian's makeup, he collaborated with ABH to come out with this palette, and it's really awesome. It is kind of like a palette that you need to keep kind of simple, because if you mix too many of these shimmers together, they just kind of like blend all together. But it's great for a very quick look of one of these shimmers on the lid and then one of these mattes in the crease, and then you're good to go. They are really, really beautiful, and I definitely love this palette. This one is the Shade and Light Eye Palette by Kat Von D. This is a great palette. This is a very good one of, you know, just all mattes, kind of neutral shadows. I'm like kind of wanting to get rid of this because I kept my Viseart mattes, and I honestly reach for those more than I do this. But this one's kind of special to me. It was a gift, and so I really do want to keep it. I just want to give this some more attention. I am getting rid of that Stila one, so I'm going to allow myself to keep this one. It is a very, very good quality palette, and I love it. I just need to give it a little more attention, and you know, maybe the next time I do a declutter, I'll feel a little bit differently about it, but it's kind of special to me, so I want to keep it for that reason. This is another palette that is a no-brainer for me. This is the Urban Decay Electric palette. This one I don't think you can get anymore, which is really a shame because it's so, so good. Like I said, I'm not a huge Urban Decay shadow fan. This one is different though. I don't know what it is about this that is different than the other palettes. It's so good. If you like to play with color, it is so, so good. I don't use it as much as I wish I did just because of the colors. However, if I want to do a colorful look, this is such a good one. Oh God, I love this. So I'm definitely keeping this one. This is where it's getting a little bit tough for me because I know I need to get rid of more. So here's the Lorac Pro 1 and then the Lorac Pro 2. All right, so I definitely want to keep one because I feel like that's a staple. It's such a great palette to do anything I need. I can do any type of look, you know, all in one. I like palettes that are all in one like that. And as much as I want to keep the second one, because I do really enjoy the second one, I really kind of feel like I should try and pass this one on because I just don't reach for this one as much. And, you know, I love the first one. I really don't need both. It's beautiful, but somebody else should give it a little bit more attention. And I want someone to give it more love than I give it. So I'm going to pass this one on. We are getting there. So let me pull out some more palettes. This is brand new, so I will definitely not be getting rid of this. I haven't even used it yet. I literally just got it. See, it's not even open. So this is one of the new Wet n Wild palettes that I was just talking about. So this one is in the shade Not a Basic Peach. And they look really nice. I'm very excited to give this a try. That blue looks very pretty. And some of these shimmers look really gorgeous and the mattes look nice. So I'm excited to try these out. I don't think I've ever tried Wet n Wild mattes either. So, you know, because that other palette is really like satin or shimmers. So I'm excited to give this one a try and see how I like it. So stay tuned for that. All right, so I have my two Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. This one is, you can see it's like the original, like before they made them thinner like this. I've had this one for a very long time, but I absolutely love it. I definitely want to do a makeup nostalgia for this one as well. I really love this palette. I love that it has those purples and some of these neutral tones and even that shimmery green. I really do love this palette, so I definitely am going to keep this one. All right, now for the semi-sweet. I'm definitely torn on this one. I feel like I have all these shades and other palettes, but it is really nice. I do like this palette a lot, but I just feel like I have these shades already. You know what? I'm going to put it in my pass pile. I'm going to see if any of my friends want it. If none of my friends want it, I might just hang on to it. So like I said, I'll kind of keep you posted on this one, but I think I'm going to just at least offer it up to some friends and family and see what they think first. These are my three Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Nubian 2. I didn't get the Nubian 1 because I felt like I had a lot of those shades. These are really great quality and really good value for the price, and they very often go on sale. They have discount codes, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I really, really enjoyed this one, the Nubian 2. Definitely needs some more love though. I need to give more attention to that one. Same thing with the Saharan. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, these just in general need more love. They're just, you know, there's kind of bright, bold colors, so I just don't pull for them every single day, but I love them. And this Masquerade Mini, I love that you can get the mini because I definitely didn't need the big size. And I have everything that I need in here. This is such a great palette because it has some beautiful bright shades, but then it also has a lot of great neutrals at the bottom. I recently did a very bright and bold makeup look for a fun party that I went to, and I really love the way that it turned out. I might actually do a tutorial on that look on my channel just because I've never done anything quite like that on my channel, and I don't think I've ever worn anything like that. It just worked for the occasion. So, you know, let me know if you'd like to see that. It was a very fun look to put together, so I do really enjoy this palette. So if you're looking for some good bold shades at a pretty inexpensive price, definitely recommend Juvia's Place. They are a great, great brand. And the last one is the Urban Decay Naked 3. I actually already got rid of my Naked 1, my original Naked palette. I got rid of it. I sold it on Poshmark. I just don't love these. And I kept this one. I didn't know that I was really going to get rid of this one. I kind of was thinking about it, and I just don't pull for this as much because the looks are just okay. And I have shades like this, you know, I have pinky tones. It's just not my favorite. I do feel a little sad getting rid of it because, like, this is one of my original palettes that I got, but I just think that I don't use it as much as I should, and that, you know, sometimes that tells you all you need to know. So I think I am going to pass this one on as well. All right, everyone, so that is it for my palette declutter. Do you think I did okay? I know that a lot of people have collections where they've kept stuff for review purposes or they've, you know, gotten a lot in PR, but I don't get PR, so this is all my stuff. This is all stuff that I've either bought or got as gifts or whatever, you know, through many, many years. I really did feel like I needed to go through it, so I feel good about it. I know that I still have a ton, but it's all stuff that I really love and I just wouldn't want to get rid of, so I hope that that's okay. I hope that you can handle this type of declutter. If you like this video, definitely make sure and give it a big thumbs up. I would so appreciate that, and subscribe while you're here. I really hope to see you next time. Bye.